Hello and welcome to Lone Oak Farm. Today we are going to be back on, field number 30. We are doing, because we have just finished planting it, what we're going to be doing, as you saw last episode, is we're going to be doing some solid fertilizing on it with the 7R, the John Deere 7R. I think, yeah, our wheel is forward. So getting this done and dusted. This is basically the last bit we need to do to get our crops started, which is pretty good. We are in a really good position. We're nicely ahead of ourselves. We need to look after the cows a bit, of course. I'm going to have to go the long way around here to get this out because I can't really reverse around. And yeah, I think we have enough fertilizer in here as well, so we're not going to have to load up. But yeah, this is a really good place for us to be in. We have both of our fields planted, 2 good crops that we have in there, and we're ready to harvest it all. We seem to have got rid of all the lag, so I think it was probably the John Deere planter that was causing that. As it stands, the Great Plains one we have easily covers everything we need. So we're going to come out and, yeah, we need to get our width right on this. Because what we're going to do, again, we have the GPS on this, so we're going to set that up. We seem to be following the lines. So set that up. We are going to turn it 90 degrees. We're going to go auto width and we're going to go across. But this will just line it up for us. And once we've done that, what we can do is we can turn the line off, or the lines off. First up, and then we'll go back in cab and get going. There we go, nicely lined up. Let's start it and go. Oh, wow, that is we've got a little bit of headland there to do, but that was kind of expected, to be honest. So I'll turn it off when I come to do the headland each time. But it's yeah, it's pretty good. I like the use of GPS on here. It's a good map to be using GPS on. We have fitted our tractors with it, so you can see that nice yellow dome on the top of our tractor. That is our GPS. So I very much am applying that rule when using GPS. If the tractor does not have GPS on it, then I don't use it. Right. So there we go, and we'll turn off the headland. Back in again. And turn back on. There we go. So I think this is the thing with doing this. I'm not sure if you would do the fertilizing first or after. Fertilize the headlands first or after you've done the main body of the field. I'm using this tack of doing the main body of the field first. But yeah, I think there are some. I've seen some instances where you would do the of people who do the headlands first and then fill the field in. I don't know if that would be the way you'd want to do it, whether you'd want to run over where you'd fertilise like that. But yeah, right. When it beeps, it's basically, I think, when I'm going to turn the fertiliser off for now. There we go. That should be enough width. And we are motoring through this field, so I don't know quite how long this is going to be. We might go and check on our cows and things as well as part of this, or maybe see what else we can do. See if there's anything else we need to buy or sort. We've only got 17,000 is the only thing, so it's not a lot more we can do. None of the fields are of a price where we can afford. What we might be able to do actually is if we can find a field where we can go do a mission quickly. There are missions on this map, so that would be a great way to spend a little bit of time, earn a little bit of extra money. and by just basically going and doing some work elsewhere while we have the time. And I think we may have the time to do that sort of a little bit. So when's this? This is just keeping track of things. This is Wednesday's episode, I believe. So yeah, we will be doing... we may have done some more missions in the live stream last night. Because I'm recording this a few days ahead because of my plans for later in the week. And therefore, yeah, woo, that was a bit zigzaggy. Because we left enough headland to do there. So we may go and do some missions for the live stream, or may have done missions for the live stream last night. Which means, of course, that the amount of money we have may not be may not match up very much. But yeah, I think that's what we're going to spend most of the rest of spring doing. But if I do that, we won't do that in these videos much. We will probably move ahead to summer, or move ahead to when we have some of our own work to do. So we may do some of them as part of that. So maybe once we've finished working with our cows, go ahead and then do some mission stuff as well, just to sort of bump up our money, keep things going, and keep working. Because if we can do that, if we're doing a few missions and things around here, then we will have a nice healthy income, and that's very much what we want to have. All right. That round. This is going swimmingly. We are going to have a fair amount of time on our hands. We may go and try and find a mission doing something similar to this, actually. That would work well for us. Right, what we're gonna do at the end of here is we're gonna go and head up to the south, or down to the southwest corner, and start the headlands from there. There we go, covering roughly the same amount of space. And there are a couple of little fields like that we can possibly do. The trouble is, we've got some fairly large equipment in general, so I don't quite know what I would do on the little fields that would fit. Yeah, even our mower that we have on this map is huge. So yeah, I'm not quite sure. Right, so I'm going to run along the edge here. This should be good enough to cover the whole field. Yeah. So that will cover the whole headland. We're giving a little bit of extra fertilization to the main part of the field. One thing to do would be, there's an adjustable widths mod, I think, where you can adjust how far you spread fertilizer. That would be quite useful for doing these headlands, to be honest. We can actually turn GPS off. There we go. Not needed at the moment. Round corner. Get this bit of headland. And then down back and towards the farm. And that will then be this done. And I just then... So if we have a look... Ooh, field 31, just the other side of the river. We could pop in there and see what that has to offer, to be honest. Not a huge field. Other than that, stuff that's close to us, there's not that much. 38, yeah, 38 is quite large. I'm looking at what we're doing now and looking at the size of the field we're doing it on. And then it's taken us about nearly, yeah, just under 10 minutes to do it. We could actually pop up to field 38 and do that. So we'll see. I'll see what I'll see where we go. See what I feel like having a go at. Do quickly need to do that. nice picture of our 7R before we finish the field. Turn that off, and that has covered everything, so that's perfect. We'll take this back to the farm, park it up, and then we will go and see what we can go and do somewhere else. We may end up spreading some slurry. Tends to be what happens at this time of year as well. So yeah, let's go and see what work we can do. Parking this up first. Park this back in the corner. Not actually any solid fertilizer in this corner. Solid fertilizer is actually in the shed outside. This, I think, is all, if I remember, seed around here. But there is quite a nice little slot for this fertilizer spreader here. And this is from the Horse pack. It is a lovely, lovely pack, that actually. It's the first time I've had a good chance to use it. Yeah, we have lost all of our frame rate issues in the main farm, having reduced our equipment, which is fantastic. Right, there we go. Let's go jump in our truck, head up and see if we can get a little bit of work done elsewhere, earn a little bit more money, and yeah, be massively useful to our pockets. If we can earn about 3,000 off this job, bump us up to 20k, that would be fantastic. I need to call this the Jeep Wrangler VF, to be honest. Go. And away we go. Right, we want to go down by 36, so we want to go past the cows for this. How are the cows doing for their muck? We have cleaned them out recently, so yeah, not too bad. We got the bucket for the John Deere, and that John Deere wheel loader actually is fantastic. I really love it. Second time I used it. The first time was over on Upton Farm, so Lancey Boy's map, and yeah, fantastic wheel loader that. And really pleased to have a nice American map to use it on, really. Right, here we go. There is... okay, yeah. No, it does seem to encourage you to drive through there. So, let's see. Probably have not left enough space for the vehicles, but there is a mission here, so that's good. Let's back this up then. Oh, we've got a fence there. So we'll back this up to the edge of the field here. Turn it off and see if we've left ourselves enough space for a mission vehicle. So that's a tree. Ah, perfect. Let's start that mission. 9 minutes, perfect. So that will fit into the time we have. 1,299. So not quite as much money as I wanted, but it does do the trick. We get to use a tractor on here, which we don't actually have in our own set. We have no tractors at all, because I wanted to go with the big butt. Otherwise, we'd have gone with a 9R. Ooh, why is that getting stuck? Does not want to turn around easily. Looking at the shape of this field, probably want to go down the bottom end first. There we go. So I'm not going to use GPS on this. We do have a GPS on this tractor. But, yeah, no need to use it, I don't think. Partly because it's massive, this piece of kit, and it's going to do this job in no time at all. And partly because the field is a very odd shape. Away we go. There we are. Doing some very nice coverage of it though, right up to the edge. I don't think this is going to take us very long. but it should be around about perfect for what we have left this episode. And just helping out like this works well, and we get to experience these other tractors. This is one of the reasons why I love the mission system in FS17, because you do get to experience equipment that you don't have, and that quite often you're playing the game from complete scratch, you know, without any money cheats, just using the default vehicles and everything, and you go onto the missions. You can use pieces of kit that you probably wouldn't get access to until much later in the game, until you've played for hours and hours and hours. And it means that you're never having to worry about whether you like a piece of kit or not, because what you can do is you can do this, or you can go and lease it, but mainly you can go and do this, and in doing this you then get the feel for some of the bigger equipment. So when you lay out that massive amount of money later on, what you're doing is you're able to go, well, actually I like the tractors, or I like that Voltra, and you can go, yeah, I'm gonna buy that S series Voltra. That fits my farm really well. So yeah, that's why I like the mission system in 17, because it's not just a way of earning extra cash, which it is and works brilliantly, but it is just a really great way to test out the other equipment that is in the game. I'm not a huge tractor fan in general, to be honest, but this is working quite well. The other thing is, I love how the mission system also uses mods. So you're not just limited to the default in-game stuff. If you have a mod in-game of a tractor and it goes, it will use those mods, which is fantastic. Really, really cool. I mean, and I'm slightly interested actually to see what FS19 does with the mission system. Will it require you to use your own equipment? Will it give you the option of your own equipment or new stuff? You know, what will be FS19's mission setup? Because I know a lot of people have wanted missions where you use your equipment. So you go along and you almost like contracting. You go along and you do something. Actually, do you know what? It would be really cool if there was some sort of contracting system in the game. So you can go and say, right, I'll go and maintain your field for you. And so you don't own it and you don't make all the money off it, but if you do, if you seed it and you cultivate it and you do all of that, then you get a yearly amount of money off it. That would be pretty cool. Oh. Go. Turn that off for a moment so we can speed up. And as we come back into what we haven't done yet. Yeah, this is this job is going to about cover us back pretty well. And yeah, I'm really pleased actually that we have basically completed our seeding for the year, and we've completed our the first set of fertilizing for the year as well. So that is a really good position to be in at this point, and it just means that we can concentrate on the cows and on the sheep up until the end of the year, or not until the end of the year, up until we then start needing to, we're going to need to fertilize again. There we go. 1,299. So that's fantastic. That field is all done. And that, of course, lowers the cost there. It's a good field for us to look at later. Very odd shape. But, yeah, not an issue, I don't think. Yeah, field 36. Actually, before we go, I'm just wondering how much does this field cost? Wow, that's ready to be ploughed. It's quite a long plough. We might come back and do that. But what are we? 51,000 So I think we might keep working on that field. I think we might, yeah. I think we might keep working on that field and see if we can maybe buy it. I think that would work really well, that field for us. As would probably this grass field as well. No missions on here, I don't think. No. 24,000 for that grass field. Yeah, I like that. Those would be 2 good fields for us. So we're going to head back up to the house and finish up there. I'm really pleased. We've got everything fertilized. Everything's doing well. I think that yeah, we are in a good place, and we're good to keep heading through springtime. I think we'll probably end up doing some more fertilizing or weeding or something along those lines next time. We are in sort of that area. But for now, all that remains is for me to say thank you for watching. I hope you have enjoyed this video. Please give it a like, drop us a comment, and give it a share. And for all the latest videos and live streams from FendtFarmer, please subscribe to the channel. And I will see you next time. Goodbye.